Good morning. You are live at 6:05. My name is Mike, and you're watching my channel, Chilling with Millen. I'm hoping everybody's having a great day. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just give you guys a few minutes to settle in, get the chat room going, and we will be off to another beautiful sunrise this morning here in Ecuador. We're in Same, Ecuador. My wife and I are on vacation slash bird hunting. Yes, we are out there doing some birding. Um, I usually leave the bird reports to Christina, but I'm not sure if she's going to be up this morning. It is 6:05 in the morning here in Ecuador, and I'm not sure what time it is there, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to you. Buenos dias, buenas noches, buenas tardes. Um, so, buenos dias, buenas noches, buenas tardes, something like that. Good morning, Dave. How are you this morning? Good to see you here this morning. Oh, I am just waking up. Got a couple Timmies and I'm ready to go. Excuse the yawn. But looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. It doesn't look like there's a cloud in the sky today. You know what that means? It's gonna be hot, 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 hot. But we have plans for today and plans for the channel. I want to see some chats going on and I want to see some horoscopes. So let's get started. Why is my chat not coming up on my other screen, guys? Is it the internet here? Is it me? Mild here. Nothing like you have. Oh yeah. No, I don't imagine there's anything like this in the world. Oh my goodness. It's the equator. It's hot. Yeah, I was sweating up a storm last night. Surprisingly, though, I got into a bit of a hobby yesterday. I was building some stuff, but I'll get to that later on. First of all, let's do your Capricorn. That's right. Your Capricorn came in first because I can't find my chat, so I'm not able to put my Aries in. Here we go, Capricorn. Striking a good balance between your family life and your career is not difficult, as some people may have you believe. Not as difficult, but as some people may have you believe. As long as you understand which is more important, you'll be fine. Here's a hint: it's not your career. Sure, there may be scheduling effects from time to time with huge things like ballet recitals or board meetings or whatever. But if you keep lines of communication open and update your calendar frequently, you can stay on top of things. I have not caught up with you on all the flies yet. Well, the funny thing is, I put the flies on, and no, I'm not a big ballet person myself either. But the funny thing is, I put the flies on, and because I'm outside of internet access or my data is not working, they're not coming up as quickly as I want them to either, and they're getting cut off. Like my last five on the fly was 2 minutes and 9 seconds, and I could not get the stream back. 2 minutes and 16 seconds on five on the fly cinco cervezas, and basically, it was just me after having about 5 beers at the bar going, hey, this is a great time for a five on the fly. It's a beautiful sunset. Let's take a look. And I go to turn the camera around and whoops. So, needless to say, excuse me. Needless to say, I got a nasty text from my mom. What are you doing? We didn't get to see the view. All I wanted to do is see the view. So the next time I went on, I did a nice little Justice sunset. Well, of course, I got in front of the camera. I can't help but get in front of the camera. I'm serious. It's Joe Millen, right? mm. The beery sunset, yeah, the beery sunset. It was, yeah, I did a little bit better one, and then I got a few uploads that I want to do. I'm really slimming it down. Yeah, bar. Um, I'm really slimming it down with the amount of editing that I'm doing this time around. I didn't bring my computer, so I don't have my Filmora Wondershare, so I'm not able to do the edits the way I usually do. I'm trying to figure it out on YouTube programs and on the phone. And Christina's brought her work computer, but it is more set up for work. There's not a lot of editing programs on it, so I'm learning a lot about my phone. Actually, I'm kind of loving it, and hopefully things will, you'll see a progression, and it'll get better for me not only here in Ecuador, but for me when I get back home, make things a lot easier. I don't want to say lazier because that's not what I'm going for. I'm just going for, I want the quality content to to be created, but I don't want to put so much time and effort into the editing part. It just seems to take so long. If I can do a five on the fly and get just as many views and just as many likes and just as many comments, and it tells the exact same story as it takes for me to do a 5 minute video. Oh my goodness! I think there's a banana click. As it takes me to do a 5 minute video, then what am I going to do? I'm going to do the 5 minute video, but I just want I I'm looking at my thumbnails. I'm going, oh, I could do better than that. You can change a few things here and there, but it's all learning progress. And hey, I'm on vacation right now. And who all's with me? Am I missing anybody on the chat? Did we just got David awake this morning? What time is it over there, David? What is it? 11 o'clock? 12 o'clock? Oh, and I was a sleepyhead this morning. I was sleeping in. Oh, yeah. So, if you're catching up on my Five on Flies, building a beach guitar, part one. We could go into that one. Um, a little bit later on, you'll see some stuff behind me. It's the resort that we're staying at is called Same in Ecuador, and yeah, where is everybody today? Oh well, the beach that we're staying at is called Same, and Same is a golf resort. But I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tip here. Same is not a developed area. 10 minutes up the road, there's a very very small village, and another hour up the road, there's another small village. They don't have any of the big box stores in the villages or anything like that. Your grocery store is a mom and pop shop. There's nothing like a Walmart or a Longo's or anything that we're used to and familiar in seeing. It's a little bit more of a I don't want to say third world country because it is quite developed in some areas, but it doesn't have the big box store. Yes, it doesn't have the big box stores. So I got to working on a project yesterday, and with locals. What had happened was I was walking down the beach, and they're working on a new bar. They're building a new bar, and fixing the bar stools from the latest washing and all that kind of stuff. So I got poking around. And what they were doing was taking these pieces of wood and cutting the bar stools out. So they would cut, this chunk of wood in half, and then they take another chunk of wood and they cut it another circle, and they were gluing those, well, pressing those two together. Actually, they're not actually gluing them. They were putting them on the post in two halves, so it made one bar stool. And these were the scraps left over, and they were throwing them on the wood pile. I just picked it up and I went, that's a nice piece of wood, and it's about the size of a stock. And I haven't found a guitar yet. So what I was going to do was just use it to work on the callus. You know how Mike told me that you have to keep pressing your fingers, otherwise you're going to lose your callus. And of course, I've been in the pool a couple times, and it's humid down here, and I'm starting to see my callus flake away. So I don't want my 4 months of callus building to be ruined. So basically, what I did was I grabbed this pillet. I looked at the guy and said, "Cuánto cuesta?" And he just asked, "De nada, de nada." So which means how much? I asked him how much he wanted for it, and he said nothing. So I came back again. Ayu, Lily Mae Warland. Okay. Ayu, there she is. So I came back again and brought my jackknife and found another piece of wood and started to whittle it down. So there's the original piece. And this is what I got it whittled down to, is a nice little handle. Perfect little thing. I can put some wires on there, nails on it, and just work on my fingers. But it was a nice little project. Hey, Lily Mae Warland, welcome to my channel. I've never seen your channel before. Just welcome here. When you come in, just jot down your star sign, and I will read your horoscope for you this morning. That's the one thing that I do for you. And guess what? It only costs you one thumb. That's it. Just give me a thumb, and you get your horoscope for you. I'm just kidding. I'd give it to you for free. That's just the way I am. Anyways, back to my little project here. So I went back to the construction site and on the beach and found this piece of wood, and I whittled it down to about this shape, and it was really starting to feel good on the hand. I knew I could put a piece of wire there, but hey, lo and behold, this resort isn't kept up very well. So the beach in the morning for beachcombing is incredible. They've got all the latest shells. Nobody's picking them over. It's got driftwood. It's got pieces of bamboo washing up and all that kind of stuff. So lo and behold, a piece of driftwood showed up. Nice little round piece of driftwood. See, you can see it's hollow. Boom, 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 boom. So I took this piece of driftwood. Yes, okay, there we go. I took this piece of driftwood and drilled a hole in it and cut a notch in it and whittled the end of the board and put the end of the board in here and pressed it in real tight. Guess what we got, guys? I'm working on it. So there it is so far. We're going into town today. We're going to get some yeah, the jungle's right over there, guys. That almost sounded like a monkey. I'm pretty sure that was a monkey. It might have been the pheasant chicken sort of thing that was seen running around. But there's a lot of calls. No, the hotel has not started losing wire. I've not started stripping the electronics yet. But we are going to go into town today and see if we can get the rest of the thought. But I'm falling behind in the chat here. I'm pretty sure I saw a Cancer. So there we go. Sorry. And Virgo. So here we go with Cancer. This morning, Cancer is coming in on February 13th, 2019. So this morning's Cancer is. It might not really bug you that sometimes the people in power know nothing about what they are doing. But this is a fact of life. The sooner you come to grips with the sad truth, the happier you will be, especially today. When a certain dumb decision by a higher up tempts you to say something injudicious, but the universe cautions you against impetuousness right now. Give your temper some time to cool, and before you create any friction between yourself and the authority figure. So that's Cancer for this morning, and Cancer came in at 12, and Gemini came in, well, wait a second. Capricorn came in at 4. So, and I think I also saw Lindsay put in her Libra. So let's get on to Libra, shall we? We're 13 minutes into the stream. Welcome everybody here, old and new, friendly faces. People are dropping off. I've only got 3 people in the room this morning. There must be a bunch of sleepyheads this morning. Oh my goodness. Oh well, today will be, for Libra, today will be focused completely on your relationships. Whether you spend time networking, Virgo, sorry. Although we're doing Libra. or writing an email to a distant friend. You should put some effort into maintaining interpersonal connections, even though you have strong ties to the people you care about. You cannot take anything for granted. A healthy relationship, just like a healthy body, requires maintenance and nurturing. Sorry about that, David. I will get back over to Virgo for Lindsay. I should know that. I've been doing these for how long now? Goodness gracious. Virgo for February 13th, 2019, coming in at 15 minutes. Virgo, don't worry if you are unsure about the purpose in your life. Join the club. Many people who claim to have out their entire life are fooling themselves. You don't necessarily have to have an answer to the question. Good morning, Via Hook. What do you want to do with your life? What's important is that you're going to make something happier. I'm not using it. Okay. And that is also my wife's forward. Heavy a hook. And I really want Christine this morning, guys. Thank you for exploring in the neighboring towns. Hola, Janice Tools. Hola, hola, mammy. How you doing today? Everything is good. So, did I shave my face? It's trying to keep that scruffy look over. I did do a little bit of shaving down here, itchy, but I'm keeping the scruffy. Every other day, every 20. I don't know. Underwear is good for 4 days. I know that. You can wear it frontwards, and then inside out frontwards, and then in how long I have to go before I shave. I'm thinking once a month is a shower, right? I hope it's just your reception. I don't have the sword of doom right now. There was no Wi-Fi this morning for me, so I said, "Oh, looks like it's another data." Anyways, back to Taurus, guys. Back to Taurus. No circle of doom or swirl of doom today. No, sir. Let's keep that away today. Back to Taurus. Taurus is out there. Be an interesting horoscope. Your fiscal responsibility has been unusually lax lately. Acceptable. After all, you can't pass up on an amazing bargain when you sound. Although you should be uh, although you should be choosy about what and whom you spend your money on, if you spend too freely, you could get taken for a ride. Read horror or we go on a shopping spree, and which we are. We're planning on heading into town. We met a couple here at the resort. Oh, that's too bad, Jenna. I'm so sorry. It's not you. It's not Shauna. It's not you. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, let me know. Is it yours too, Jenna Tools? Are you guys glitching out? That sucks. I'm sorry. Guys, if it gets glitchy, try changing to 240. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. And I'm only streaming in 420 actually right now too. So I hope that helps as well. I knocked that down. I'm trying to keep the live streams as constant as possible. I'm not getting this world doom myself, so just let me know if you've missed anyone. Ah, keep my drink away from the phone. It seems to be when the metal cup gets close. Interesting. I never knew that had any kind of effect. Mm. But I will keep that in mind. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Good advice there. Shauna Marie's on her phone, and yeah, you can go to the settings part on your phone, and it'll give you an option for norm. Yeah, there you go, normal quality. I'm wondering. I have a plastic tripod too. I wonder if I should change over to that. Yeah, there you go. Upper right corner, hit the three dots. Thank you, Vera Hook, for helping out there. And that was your horoscope this morning via Hook. Also, my wife is a Taurus, and we're going shopping today, so should be an interesting day. Where was I? We met a couple in the resort, and the one guy had a guitar, so I was able to borrow his guitar and plug out a few chords and get my calluses put back into shape because they were starting to flake. And we got into an interesting conversation. He spoke broken English. She spoke less broken English. My wife speaks broken Spanish, and I speak less broken Spanish. and yet we were able to sit and talk for at least 2 hours. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a nice little conversation. They're from Argentina, and they're traveling up through the coast here via bus. It's just a young couple, and we convinced them to let us tag along to the next city, which is about an hour west, north. Yeah, northwest. It's about an hour northwest of here. So we're going to jump on the bus here in Ecuador, leave the resort, and head into the next town with another couple. So it'll be the four of us going into town. Apparently, Esmeraldas has a little bit more along the lines of what. Um, no, I have not. I checked out that app, Duolingo. Should be, but it should be more along the lines of uh, shopping. So we're hoping to find some local artisans and crafts like that. And also, I'm looking for. I can ask for a beer in any country. Sometimes I even get one. I'm also looking for a few pieces of bits and hardware for the bamboo slash hardwood guitar that I'm working on making. I'm thinking about making this a single string guitar slash drum. I need some bits and bobs to fasten this part here, and a bit of wire and all that kind of stuff. I might go with a fishing string, and I know the fretboards. I'm going to use seashells or pebbles for fretboards, and we'll see what happens when I finish this. It's going to be pretty cool, yeah. As a matter of fact, when I'm completely done and it's a guitar that has absolutely no way of holding a tune, it's going to make a fantastic birdhouse when I'm done. So we'll go from there. At least I'm going to be putting some. I was thinking about using um, maybe stove wire. If I'm lucky enough, I can get a couple of guitar strings. But if I'm not lucky, I'm going to use maybe some kind of stove wire, something that's flexible and will vibrate. I'll look for that. Or heavy duty, really thick fishing line. And since we're right next to the ocean right here, I don't think those two supplies should be too difficult to find. Some heavy fishing line, nylon fishing line, and like I said, if I can get a note or two out of it, hopefully a G, a D, and an A, so that I can go, who's that guy at 6:05? Maybe you've caught him 5 on the fly. It's chillin' with Millen. And there, I will have completed my mission. So you guys can be there along for the journey. You've always been along for the journey for me learning how to play guitar. Now let's see if you're along for the journey as I am building a guitar. It's right now it is completely 100% an air guitar, but I'm hoping one string would be less difficult. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to I've got the screws. How am I going to put the screws in so that I don't keep jamming myself on the screw? But yeah, we'll figure it out, guys. I have the patience. I mean, it took me like 4 or 5 hours just to do that notch at the right angle so that it worked as a. I'm working. Let me know. That's a cute birdhouse. Admit it, Mike. You're a good. I love G string. You know what? Actually, that's funny. G string is also, it's very funny on a guitar, but also G string is one of the easiest guitar strings to tune. So if I am lucky enough to get a G string or N string, that would be awesome for me. If I got a G string, but obviously I'm not set up on the guitar. I do have a guitar tuner, so whatever wire I can get in there and however tight it is, I'm going to adjust seashells or pebbles as fretboards to change the tune of the guitar. That's my plan, anyways. Hopefully that'll work out. Guys, I have not heard my horoscope today, so I'm going to quickly go. And if there are any other horoscopes that come in, please, please, please type them in. I'm trying to keep up with the chat without poking you guys in the face. Oh, there's Leo. Okay, I see Mom. I see Mom. Hi, Mom. How's it going this morning? Yeah, the guitar's coming along really well. I'm gonna head into town today and pick up some supplies. Sorry, just scrolling through the chat here. This is done completely on my phone. Hopefully, I'm not too glitchy. Leo and Sagittarius is in, and and Aries for Mike. Thank you very much. Gemma's Journey is in the house. Gemma's Journey. You're not late. You're just in time, Gemma, because I'm reading my horoscope. And I think I've already read Libra. Coming in at 27 minutes. Culture clashes do not always have to be negative experiences. Well, I'm in the middle of a culture shock right now, guys. Sometimes you meet up with something that's foreign to you. When you meet up with something that's foreign to you, you make a wonderful new discovery. An extremely easy way to experiment in this direction is to eat out in a restaurant that specializes in cuisine that you have never tried or even heard of. Sounds like we're having fried guinea pig this morning, dear. before Today, take a walk on the culinary wild side. You just might discover a new favorite snack. I also heard they do fried worms down here, so that'll be interesting. But I sent you your BBC interviews on Hangouts. Awesome! Oh, that's cool. That's cool. The one that with the hospital. That's awesome, Gemma. Ladies and gentlemen, Gemma's Journey is in the house. If you do not know who Gemma's Journey is, I would encourage you to head over there. We are working on a jingle for her. I know she's probably singing mine right now, but remember, remember, we're working on a jingle for you as well, and hopefully you can still remember that one. And when I get back from holidays, we'll get in touch about doing some collabs for April. But that's Gemma's Journey, guys. Go over there and check her out. But right now, I gotta do my mom a favor and read her horoscope. Can't leave my mom behind. Yeah, it's party time. 2K. Congratulations on that. 2K. Love you. I love my musical birdhouse. Yeah, my mom's already claiming it as her birdhouse. Yeah. Looks like it's not going to be a decoration in our house. It's going to be a birdhouse down in Cultus. Decorating with peeled off beer labels from Ecuador. Un cerveza, dos cerveza, por favor. Have a drink and then drink some more. Dos cervezas, por favor. If I can get 2 notes out of it, I can sing a song. All right, guys, let's stop fooling around here and get to my mom's Leo. She's like, I can just see her right now. Read my freaking Leo. Quit fooling around. Here we go, Leo. Here we go. Satellite radio. Let's get jiggy with the Leo. Sometimes, if you want to learn something new, you have to admit that you don't know something. And that can be hard on your self-esteem. But you have to keep in mind the greater goal. The greater goal of furthering your education today. If you encounter a concept or term that you are unfamiliar with, let it be known. Even if you have to raise your hand in a meeting full of important folks, do it. Chances are you aren't the only person who needs an explanation. So there's Leo this morning, and I think I wrote the timeline down. If not, I'm going to put it at 29 because I just finished reading it. And we're going to move on to Sagittarius. The birds are singing. Oh my goodness, it is going to be a hot day. There is not a cloud in the sky this morning, Christina. Not a cloud in the sky. We are definitely going to have to put on sunscreen if we're going to be taking off and trekking around outside today. You wanted to go for a walk before breakfast or after?
Yeah, I'm going to have shortly.
All right, sounds good. Sagittarius, here we go. Sagittarius, the men in your life. The men in your life are having a big impact on you right now. Even though they're wise advice, by example, this masculine energy is encouraging you to take a more active role in what's going on around you. And that's a very good thing. Sometimes doing something is more important than feeling something. From time to time, you may need someone to give you a push in the right direction. Listen to your father, a brother, or a male authority figure. Well, actually, that's going to be kind of hard for my dad, but for all you other cancers, or for all you other Sagittariuses out there, um, my dad is my male authority figure, and what he says goes because that man is brilliant when it comes to anything, mechanical or life advice. I totally respect my dad in that way. So hopefully he has an authority figure that he can go and listen to, um, because today's the day he needs some advice from men. And all you other Sagittarius is out there, just head on up to Canada and get some good masculine advice from my father. Don't listen to me. I don't know. He is really good at giving advice, and I think he kept that gene and trait because I'm making a guitar out of bamboo. Seriously, you want to listen to what I have to say? All right, Drive Shaft Drew is in the house. Good morning, Drive Shaft Drew. How's it going this morning? You're up early this morning. I hope you enjoyed that little 5 on the fly. We can hear all the birds chirping too, Fran, but also I noticed that your Cancer is in, and my mom reminded me that I need to get all the horoscopes done. I'm trying to keep a good eye on the chats, guys. I've done something a little different. I've blown the font up huge on the phone, so as they come up, the writing is it takes over the whole screen, and I'm able to read them. But sometimes if they come up too fast, I may have missed them, especially if I'm reading the horoscopes. So I apologize if I missed them. But we're heading up on the Boom View pretty soon, guys. I was buffering, so I might just get the Boom View right away. Mom says I haven't read Cancer, but off. You may be exhausted with care of business. 4 or 5 people watching, so I don't want to disappoint anybody without a view. Switch over and see what's going on down by the pool this morning. And there we go. Here's my view from the balcony. My next door neighbor's balcony is right over there. They're really nice people. Their name's Steve. Her name. There, that tree right there is just on fire during the there. Yeah, over completely abandoned. It's like the shell. They are constructing anything, but it's definitely it's so much fun because it has great acoustics. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff in there. But it looks like I'm starting to buffer, and I think what's happening is I'm hearing other people wake up. And so I'm as with a who's that? What? Coming from Toronto. Well, that's awesome, Shauna Marie. Give them a big hug and a kiss for me. Where are they coming from? But right now, I am about to cut it off because I am starting to buffer no matter where I go. No more circles of dooms for the end of the show, especially before I can do this. Who's that guy at 6:05? Maybe you'll caught him 5 on the fly. It's chillin' with Millen. Ring that bell notification, guys, and see if you can catch another 5 on the fly while I'm down here in Ecuador. Until then, thanks for coming out, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.